welcome to 14 Victor Echo. We have some exciting non-garage stuff happening, but still airplane related.
All right, sounds expensive.
Yeah, actually.
It sounds really, really expensive. So, yeah, what's our next step?
So, as you know, we have gone with Stein to help us with our avionics. Ken can give you all the details on that, but we've actually started making progress on the prettiness of the panel.
We have locked in our panel design all the way down to what fonts are going to be laser etched in what spot and what logos are going on the panel, what equipment's going in. It's locked, loaded, and we have authorized Stein to start building, which means they're going, ooh, if we build fast, we get to swipe that credit card again. But it's money well spent, in my opinion. We do know end of 2024, Garmin was doing another small price increase, so we wanted to make sure we locked in before that price increase. And they have already started sending me some video of our panel being laser etched. We're putting our 14 Victor Echo logo in instead of just the tail number above, and they've started laser etching that. Man, we went back and forth on, do we fill it in, do we paint it, do we do this or that? And the team at Stein has been a lot of fun to work with, and they completely understand, you know, like how we don't know what we don't know. And they've just been a pleasure to work with, been very flexible and helping us get the options that we need, because let's face it, this is a big chunk of money that we're spending. It's a significant expense on the overall cost of building this airplane, and we do want it right, yet I would love it if we could test drive and like practice build one and go, okay, now change these things, but that doesn't work. So the team there has been fantastic, between Nick and Danny and a few of the other people that we've been working with to get our panel to where it's at.
Now we just need to finish these wings, get the fuselage back here so I can put the panel in a couple months.
Yes. So.
Oh, that's going to have stuff in it. I just want the outside. It can have holes.
Okay.
I'm all about the pretty. You're about the tech.
Yeah, you just want to see the panel all in place. But yeah, we are going with dual G3X, G5, a GTN 650, the GFC 500 autopilot. So pretty much the standard Garmin stack, or the really nice Garmin stack. 2-axis autopilot. We have not put in the yaw dampener. I think we did install the brackets for it, so we can easily add the servo later if we need to, but we're not. Just don't need the yaw dampener, but it's pretty easy to add later if we need to. Okay. It's like another $800,000 to add that.
I am super excited about all the pretty switches.
Yes, we did get the upgraded backlit switches, which are insanely expensive each, but it's the price of Melissa's happiness is priceless.
Who's going to be flipping all those switches?
Millie.
Well, yeah.
So we are going to try to work with Stein to, well, I guess I'll fly up there since it's still very snowy on the ground.
Yeah, you ain't going to catch me in Minnesota in February.
As they get towards the end of the build of our avionics, I want to get up there and shoot an episode or two of their process, our panel, how it looks, see if we can answer questions. So if you have questions about what the process is and what Stein does or doesn't do, drop them in the comments so that when we get up there, we can ask those questions direct to the source on camera and make it an episode for you guys to watch here in the near future.
Yeah, we can also share more details about like our beginning process and like how we got to this point and like the different iterations we went through of panels. Oh my goodness.
It's been, I think, revision 45 is what they're actually cutting on it. And that's one piece of advice is if you go with a panel builder, Obviously, we believe Stein was the right choice for us, and we do highly recommend Stein. Go through lots of options. Like, get it to where you're happy with it, and then save that version and blow it up and try something completely different, because you're going to try to bring in different elements to get it to be exactly the way you want. We will be doing a series of episodes specific around our avionics, the decisions we made, how we got there, and some unique decisions. Like, most panels, all the controls are left justified because the pilot sits in the left seat. We wanted our airplane to be very ambidextrous so that we can fly easily from the left to right seat. So everything is center justified. All the engine start controls are in the center panel by design, and then fan outward so that the far left and right are pretty devoid of stuff. So
one of the cool things we did, well, having Millie, is we had the ability to cut power to one of the sticks.
Both sticks.
Both sticks.
Either stick. So we have a switch that's down in the center console that you flip it, all the buttons on the stick become disabled. And that, asked Stein about that. I was like, yeah, that's easy to do. So, so we can turn the buttons on and off as needed.
So Millie won't be adjusting the trim or smoke on.
Yeah, exactly. It's far enough away that you would have to unbuckle the shoulder strap to get to the switch. So it's a decision you make pre-flight. And in an emergency, you could get down to it if you needed it. But we also have dual push-to-talks on both sides. So you can use the stick or a button on the panel for push-to-talk. So just little things like that. Be thoughtful in how you build your panel.
And one thing that I appreciate that we did is we got it all designed the way we liked it, and we just left it. We left it, we thought about it, we talked with other people, we just mulled it over, and we came back and we're like, what about this?
Yep.
What about this?
We would just leave it until Nick emailed me. It's like, hey, I have a reminder to ask you, is it time to build your panel yet or not? I'm like, no, not yet. And then he finally said, well, December, the price goes up. So it's like,
okay, it's time.
Reach out to me right before that, because again, we don't want the avionics sitting here in the garage in a box for longer than they have to. And we'll probably get them by March is what the time frame is looking like. And we're not flying until best case end of 2025. So, we're going to tick off a decent amount of warranty before we even fly, regardless. But it's going to be good to have everything we need here so that we control moving forward. All we have to do is just make more time to build.
So it's just our fault.
Yep, it's all our fault, but it's worth it. Spending so much time with Amelia.
Yeah.
She came out to help me build the other day, and so instead of having a quality build session, we had a quality dance session.
That's my girl.
Worth it. It was absolutely worth it. But so we're getting into a better rhythm now.
Yeah.
We're going to get out in the garage at least once or twice a week now. No more epic long weekend build sessions, but we'll figure it out. We'll get this plane done. Some of our friends, like a friend of the channel, Rick, who's building up in West Virginia, he's got his second wind, and man, he is got his engine hung, baffling powder coated and installed, propeller hung. He even, when I was talking to him the other day, it's like, you'll still be flying before us. I'm like, there's no way, Rick. He has a goal of flying by Oshkosh, and I think if he stays diligent like he is, he'll be flying by Oshkosh. Yeah. He doesn't think he'll have the 40 hours flown off by Oshkosh, so I doubt we'll see his plane at the field, but it's still exciting to see. So seeing those stories of people getting further ahead of us and getting close does motivate us to finish.
Yeah.
So we're getting there.
I did ask some builder friends if they wanted to come and stay and help us.
Maybe we do have a spare room.
Yeah.
We can. Qualifications are, expert building and childcare. So if you meet those two requirements, reach out. We'll see what we can work out. We'll pay you in Texas brisket. So, yeah, it's just anything we can do to keep moving. Friends do come over and help us every once in a while. And when we get to the actual like engine stuff, I am gonna see if I can sweet talk my A&P to coming out. I'll pay him his hourly rate, but kind of I don't want him to hang and install our engine, but I do want him to coach me and bring his experience, his 30 plus years of experience working on general aviation airplanes, to make sure that we get the engine installed the right way.
I mean, how are you going to know if you install it the wrong way?
Our first test flight, we fly backwards. That I mean, it could happen. So who knows? But you know, it's exciting to know that there's a chance that we will fly this airplane sometime soon-ish in our lifetime.
Let's get going.
Let's get going. So thank you for joining 14 Victor Echo.
See you next time.